The federal budget for next fiscal year is moving through Congress this week, but it's not the budget most Republicans want to see. In fact, one Oklahoma congressman is working hard to amend it. Alex Cameron has the details from our News on 6 Washington Bureau.
Congressman Kevin Hern is the first to acknowledge Republicans have done their share of excessive spending over the years, but he says what President Biden and Democrats are pushing now is just irresponsible.
We know that inflation has been caused by excessive spending, and now we're seeing a rise of some 10 to 20%.
To be precise, the budget proposed by President Biden, which is largely reflected in the appropriations bills now being considered in the House, would raise non-defense spending 14%. Hern says that will just make inflation worse.
And so our cut this year, we offered 23%, which is going to get us back to the pre-Biden levels.
Hern's proposal was one of several amendments debated Tuesday during consideration of a package of 6 appropriations bills, and Democrats didn't mince words.
The amendment would slash funding for the Small Business Administration by more than $200 million.
Will reduce much-needed investments in rural broadband, electricity, water and waste systems.
The criticisms piled up, and then Hern, the chair of the Republican Study Committee's Budget Task Force, had a chance to respond.
There's been no offer from my colleagues across the aisle where there's any way to quit spending the amount of money we're seeing today.
Democrats had the last word, though, defeating the amendment on a mostly party line vote. But there are still 6 more spending bills to pass, and Hern says he'll keep at it.
We can do our part, too, by cutting spending and quit being so egregious. That would be the greatest thing to help the American people.
And House leadership is hoping to pass the remaining appropriations bills next week before the start of the August recess. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.